We've waited a long time. It's Jai Opetaia from New South Wales, Australia, the IBF title holder in the Cruiserweight division. We've waited a long time. The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. The straight right just misses. Missing with the hook. You don't want to trade shots. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That hook is parried away. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Catch and shoot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
The perfect counter lands. Nice counter. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Unlucky to miss with that jab. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to... The bell rings and we start the third. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
fighters completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
Punch, counter punch. Nice job blocking the hook. And they figure out the combination to this save.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Good counter punch. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Beautiful counter shot. The straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The counter punching. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? They exchange punches. Swing and a miss with that hook. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster.
And down goes Jones Jr. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Talk about Roy.
For I am the truth. I am the light that lighteth every man and woman that cometh into this continent, into this world of America today.
Last round. Time for the 5th round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
Just misses with that jab. throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That uppercut can't get through. A perfect counter shot. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. They'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Well done with that counter shot. That jab doesn't find a home. Beautiful counter punch. Nice slip to avoid the jab. That hook was off target. And he scores with the counter. Nice job slipping that left uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, it's like...
There's the bell to start round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Nice counter shot. Shot. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Beautiful counter shot. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive then. He misses with that jab. Swing and a miss with the jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second.
Here comes round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The perfect counter lands. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Straight right just misses. Good counter punching. Throws the jab and doesn't score. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest.
And there's the bell for round 8. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Catch and shoot. And that hook misses. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
A perfect counter shot. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Big swing and a miss with the hook. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Can't land that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
On the job and get good work. That's it. Now breathe, breathe. Just keep
And there's the bell for round 9. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Well done with that counter shot. That hook doesn't score. That jab doesn't score. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
That jab doesn't score. And he scores with the Roy Jones Jr. in Pensacola's finest is down. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.